Okay, everybody, this episode is brought to you by Loco, our great friends at Loco, and let me tell you, this election season, no matter who gets elected, we're either way, so we might as well ourselves, right, Riley Reid?
That's right, and I'm here to help you learn how to yourself.
That's amazing. Thank you for being here. And two of the most alternative brands in American history have come together to collaborate on one mainstream product, a koozie, which I love. I love koozies.
Not just any koozie.
Not just any koozie. This koozie is in the mold of an arm, and it's... You don't need to hit me with it, but thank you, Julia. This is the lovely... Want me to put it in your mouth? Yeah? Okay. Yeah,
multitasking.
You can multitask. This Loco USA is one of the best-selling Loco flavors in the world. That's because it's American, and it's important to remember we're all Americans, and we could all come together with Loco to, once again, ourselves. There we go. Riley's enjoying that beautiful USA Loco. I love America, so it's my favorite Loco as well. And you may look at this and say, oh, how do I get my own Loco koozie?
Oh, well, all you have to do is go to forlocoforum.com and you can get this limited edition koozie that you can put your icy cold Loco beverage in and enjoy so many things at one time. It goes in your mouth and in your butt.
Exactly. It does that. And yeah, it's Riley Reid. It's Riley Reid times Loco, so that's great. And all pre-orders for the koozie will come with a coupon code for exclusive content from Riley Reid.
That's right.
Talk about incentive, huh?
I might get one too.
Talk about incentive, huh, Julia?
Are you sitting on it?
No. No, I'm holding it right here. My new favorite koozie.
Oh, you'll have to buy the koozie to find out what kind of exclusive video goes with it.
That is a hell of an idea, though. All pre-orders for the koozie will come with a coupon code for exclusive content from Riley Reid. And hey, we're going to enjoy a nice podcast now, so see you later.
I'm proud to be an American.
I like America. USA. George Washington. Bald Eagle. Loco USA, baby. Okay, people, we are live with another episode of OnlyStans here. We got a big one. A huge one, I would say. I would venture to say huge. We have a dog here. Whatever. But, lovely dog named Bella. But more importantly, we have one of the queens in the history of the industry. Riley Reid is here.
Woo!
Shocking.
Woo!
And Julia's here,
Round
too.
of applause.
Yes.
Yes, Riley Reid. Legend. Icon, I would say, in the game. What is it, 2004? I'm going to kick your ass.
I know. Just someone's out there.
Who's out there?
I don't know.
What is it?
It's a fan. Riley's fan.
Legend in the game. First question I always ask somebody when I meet you. I've honestly never met you. I've been to the AV red carpet twice in my life, and every time I've been there, everyone's like, I'm sure you know this. Everyone's like talking like, when's Riley coming? Like, where's Riley? When's Riley coming? Like everyone around us like freaking out about when Riley Reid is coming. But yeah, both times I missed you because I feel like you were either really early or later. But yeah. Legend of the game.
Yeah,
so,
this last AVN I actually didn't go.
That makes sense why I didn't see you.
Yeah.
But so first question I ask somebody whenever I meet them for the first time is where are you from?
I'm born Miami Beach.
Born in Miami Beach.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I was born in Miami Beach.
that's scary.
Yeah.
I'm from New York, and that's like a Miami kid. That's like a Manhattan kid almost.
Oh, no, I'm not. Yeah. I think it's like I'm so proud to be born in Miami Beach. I'm
saying it's a great place.
Yeah.
But that must be scary to grow up like in the center of Miami Beach.
No, I feel like if anything, it taught me a lot. Like I'm so like culturally diverse, and like I feel like I know how to like street fight. Yeah. I learned a lot.
Exactly. Street fight. I watched Bad Boys on my flight yesterday. It's a very Miami movie. I learned a lot about Miami and Bad Boys. Great movie. And I watched Bad Boys too. But interesting place. What's your favorite thing about Miami off the top of your head?
Definitely the ocean, the beaches. It's like I remember like growing up there and sometimes going in the water and it being like so hot that it's not refreshing. Like, could you imagine going into the ocean and it's so hot that you're like, ew, I want to get out because it's so hot. It is true.
I go to Delray Beach a lot, and I've been doing like which is like an hour north of Miami, and I've been doing these hot guy walks, working up a little sweat.
Oh, wow.
Hour and a half, but then I'm like, this is the coolest thing of all time. I could just hot guy walk directly into the water. And then you walk in and you're like, this is kind of not even that refreshing.
Yeah, it's like I kind of want to go in the AC.
Ocean of sweat. Yeah. But it's great. I mean,
and like being compared to like Los Angeles, the oceans are freezing here.
Yes.
So it's like I miss those like warm bathtub
oceans. Is the ocean here that cold?
Yeah, it's
like, I'm here for the week. I was looking to go in like Thursday. I think it's too cold.
It's pretty cold.
Dive in and try it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you should do it just to say that you did it, and then you could talk about it on a podcast and
Maybe
say,
wear a white
like,
t-shirt.
honestly, I'm like so annoyed that it's like, why is like California Beaches a song? Like, why did the Beach Boys make a song about California beaches? Why does Katy Perry make a song about California? Like, fuck the beaches here. The beaches are all, it's like Miami all day.
So it's safe to say you're not a beach goer here in LA.
Fuck that. No.
Damn. What about like San Diego? Maybe there. No.
That's no.
All right. So you're a Miami Beach type of gal.
Yeah, I'm a Miami Beach girl.
I agree. I love the water of Southern Florida. It's a great place. I think if I were to move somewhere, it would be Southern Florida probably.
What was Miami like growing up though? Like, what would you?
I just, I
What
mean,
would
I
you
feel like
do?
it was like the culture there is like super diverse. The food is diverse there as well, which I really like.
Yeah, but like, you know, on the
the-
weekends, like
yeah, it was like party city. Like I feel like the
high
reason-
school, like what would you
yeah,
guys do?
high school. I was like super slutty. It was a lot of parties. There was like all age
Hell yeah,
clubs. So it was like I did a lot of like those like 15-year-old clubs that are all ages
No
type
way.
stuff. I did all of that like party scene, and I feel like there's like because it's so hot and you know the women there are so sexy. It's like being sexy is like it's like so normal to be like naked and walking around in bikinis and stuff. It's like so normal. So I feel like that's just like the culture there is like accepting in like a different way of sexuality than it is here
I
in
think I need to
LA.
move. I think I'm in the wrong state.
I could see you being a Miami type of gal. Just posting stories from boats every Saturday. Oh, look at me. I'm
Why
on a boat.
Saturdays? You could go on a fucking Wednesday.
That's
It's
true.
Miami.
Do you think they do like boat parties on a Wednesday?
Of course.
Boats and hoes is what it's
It's
about.
It's
out there.
Miami.
Hey, is there a boat culture in LA at all? I think there's not, kind of.
Not as much, but yeah,
No,
because
just a
I
hoe
grew up
culture.
on boats, and like I know a lot of my friends here when they go on boats, they get like sick, like motion sickness, and I was like, oh, you don't have that in Florida. Like everyone, you're just growing up on boats.
Wow.
Like
Like I feel like every time, anyone I know in LA, I've never seen them like post a story like, oh, like
Yeah.
popping off on a Saturday on a boat day.
yeah, like fishing is like a huge thing. Like you're like all the Florida boys do fishing, and
Yeah,
like
maybe
I don't
I'm
know
wrong
any
state.
LA boys who go fishing.
No.
It
Yeah.
sounds weird to say.
Yeah, Ella.
It sounds odd
yeah,
saying
you don't
it.
go fishing in LA.
You fish
Like
for
my
bitches,
grandpa
that's
is like,
it.
I'll come to visit you if we could go fishing. And I was like, I don't know where you can go fishing, Grandpa. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I would think if anything, maybe like Newport Beach.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, maybe like Santa Barbara or some
Yeah,
shit like
Santa
that.
Barbara seems nice.
Yeah, Santa Barbara
Never
is
been.
beautiful.
Seems nice. Seems
Yeah.
like a good place to
Beautiful.
retire.
Yeah, it's really pretty there.
Anyway, how's OnlyFans treating?
OnlyFans is great. I love OnlyFans.
Do you like OnlyFans? Do you prefer OnlyFans to the classic porn?
They're very different. And so like there's like different things that I like about both and whatnot. And there's certain things about OnlyFans that I'm noticing now that I don't like as much, which is like
Give us the cons.
Yeah, so the thing that I don't love about OnlyFans, and I think it's also just because it's like Instagram, but it's that because you're so in control of your image and what gets posted, I think it makes women really self-conscious now. And now there's like a lot of them are like editing all of their photos or things like that on their, but like even on their OnlyFans, and I don't know like who
Oh,
does it and
yeah.
everything. And I just feel like that's really starts to affect your self-esteem and the way you view yourself and everything like that. Like there's only like certain positives that I see in that regard, which is like there's this girl like I mentioned her in another podcast, Sunny Ray. I think she's like Cyber Kitty, and she like edits her videos and her photos. So it's like her hips are crazy and her waist is tiny. But I don't hate this in the sense of where she has this like she's anonymous in public. No one's gonna like come and approach her. So it's like if you're doing it in an aspect of like you have this like you're like Clark Kent or Superman, you have this ability to like disguise yourself with your editing. I'm like okay with it because now you're giving yourself like a real life because you're not getting recognized in real life. But I just worry that it's affecting a lot of people's like self-confidence and the worry that they feel like secure in themselves because they feel like they have to meet a certain standard, the way that they're portrayed online. So that's the one thing that I have like really weird feelings about. And the other thing is I feel like OnlyFans does not teach people how to have a job. Like it doesn't teach you any real work ethics. A lot of these people are just like sitting in their living room, taking their sexy photos, and then like they have a lack of ambition now. And I feel like when you're in a porn set, there's like so many things because it's like you see that you're not the only person who's like relying on this. There's like a sound guy, the person who's checking me in for my paperwork, the makeup artist, the PA, the director, So it's like you realize it's like a whole community of people who make the work real. It's like a not it's not a corporation, but it is like a corporation, you know. Brazzers is sponsoring
You
the
go
whole
to
thing.
work, yeah.
Yeah, you go to
Yeah.
work and you have to follow a set of like guidelines and stuff.
Yeah.
And I feel like OnlyFans, like I've gone to like do a couple collabs with OnlyFans girls and like they don't have water on set. Like, you know, things like that. And a lot of girls like don't know that they should have paperwork. And it's like, you're selling your body. What if this other person, this other OnlyFans girl doesn't want to sell it anymore? And like, and now you don't have paperwork to protect your guys' selves of like, you know, so I just feel like there's so much that OnlyFans isn't teaching you how to like have a real honest work ethic. And that I feel like is like hindering certain things. And especially like young girls who are coming into it is like porn taught me, like I was 18, 19 getting into porn, but I learned how to like work and function a set. Like I learned how to like set up lights and do the sounds and and all this stuff. And I just feel like now girls like don't have the same ability to get like that ambition and learn to be driven and whatnot. You're just 22 taking stuff by yourself, editing your own pictures and then posting it and making like 80K a month. And it's like, where's the drive for real ambition?
That is a good point.
Yeah.
I would like to clarify. We do have waters in this room if you want waters.
Oh, thank you.
We have 2 24-packs.
I got a 4 Loco. Thank
Amazing.
you.
Just letting you know. But yes, that's an interesting thing I never really thought about, because if you do start OnlyFans, you're like 18, 19, 20, 21, you're never having a real job. Not that I've ever had a real job either. I'm not one to talk, but interesting. And I've never really thought about that, how like the porn world is kind of just technically just going to work. Like when you were fully doing porn, how often would you be going to work?
When I like first started, I was working like every day.
Really?
Almost like every day
man.
of the week. And then it was like it took me a couple years before I was able to be like, okay, when weekends off.
No
Like,
days off.
Yeah, like
Wow.
and that's also what sometimes really frustrates me about people's work ethics, because I'm like, the dicks I sucked because it was my job. And I didn't complain. I sucked that dick and you watched that video and you masturbated and you would have no idea that I wasn't super stoked to be there, but it was my job. And that was it. And there's nothing like, I don't feel bad about sucking the dicks that I didn't want to suck because it was my job. That's what I chose to do. And I was like, I have to do the stuff that I don't want to do because it's my job. It's like, even like you work at a fucking McDonald's, you have to clean the toilets. Who wants to do that? You know, but you have to because it's your job. So I feel like porn has like taught me to have this real like hardcore work ethic. And it makes me even think of like your great grandparents. Like imagine if they're like, I have anxiety. I don't want to go to work today. Your great grandmother, like she can't do that, you know, like she wasn't allowed. So it's like there's certain things that I'm just like, I have a little bit of a hard time with certain people's work ethics, because I was like, I've worked really hard and done a lot of things to be where I am today. And if you don't want to do your job, then like go fucking suck a dick.
Do you feel like that, like having to show up and have sex, having to show up and suck a dick, which you do great, by the way, has affected you, like just sucking a dick in your personal life, or like having sex in your personal life, like relationships?
To an extent, I think it's given me unrealistic expectations of like, you know, I'm shooting on set, so it's like you're doing pictures and you're having sex. The sex videos are usually like 40 minutes long. Then sometimes you do softcore for another 20 minutes. So there's like an hour of sex. And then you're doing photos, which could be like 30 to 45 minutes, sometimes an hour. So it's like almost 2 to 3 hours of sex. So in my real life, when I'm like, hubby, come, and it's like 10 minutes, I'm like, that's not what I've been doing for the last 10 years. Like, so I definitely feel like it's given me like unrealistic expectations of what sex is.
So it hasn't really affected negatively though, because that's
well, I mean, I guess, because I'm expecting to get piped down for 4 hours.
right.
Like,
but other than that, like anything other than that, like mentally or the way you view it or anything like that?
No.
Really?
Yeah, it's just like unrealistic expectations.
A question that just popped in my head as you said, like some days you don't want to do it, but you still have to go to work. Have you ever had a co-star like be like, are you like not feeling this right now, or are you just that good that you've never that you?
I mean,
always
I
saved it?
actually, well, most of my career I had a boyfriend, and so like I was kind of like boring on sets where I was like super professional because I
Ooh, that would
respected
scare
my
me a little
man
bit.
at home. So I would be like, I would not be like giving you much attention if you were the male porn star, because I was like, I have a man at home. I can't be like, if the cameras aren't rolling, I can't be like, like if I was like this with you and I have a boyfriend and we're not filming, I would feel like that's like almost inappropriate.
I get that. I get
Yeah.
that what you're saying. That's such an interesting thing as well, because like I would be like, I would just try to like, I don't know, vibe out a little bit? Like, hang
Yeah,
out?
I definitely like hang out
Yeah.
and chit chat and stuff like
Like,
that.
how's the kids? How's your wife
Yeah,
and kids?
I definitely talk. Yeah, we definitely do stuff like that. We like catch
Okay,
up
so it's
and
not like you're just waiting in a room. They're like, Riley.
no,
Get
but
in
there's
here.
definitely some guys who are like, and I'm like, me too, bitch.
Speaking of dudes acting that way, are you? I'm assuming you were, obviously, but do you have like a specific list of who you work with?
Yeah, I had a small no list.
Ooh, you got a no
Yeah,
list?
I had a
no
small
fly
no
list.
list.
No way.
Yeah, there was one guy who would, when he would be having sex, he'd go, "Arrrr, arrrr," and I would be looking at the director like,
You're lying.
what is he? Arrrr.
Is that a growl or like a
I-
car engine going? Which
I
one
don't-
is it?
Maybe he was trying
Is
to
it like a
growl.
car or
Yeah,
like
maybe he
a?
was like
I can't
trying to
do
be
it.
like a man, but
Yeah.
like, or like a grizzly
Some sort
bear.
of lion, maybe.
But
Oh,
it
hell
was
no.
not sexy. I had to put him on my no list because his
way.
sounds would want to make me laugh.
I
'Cause
can't
was
believe
like,
he got
this is
no listed because of
stupid.
that. That poor bastard.
Yeah, I felt bad.
Do you think he
but
knows he's on the no list?
if he's watched this podcast, for sure.
Oh, so now he's gonna know I'm the growl guy.
Arrrr.
You do a great growl.
Thank you.
Fantastic growl.
Sounds
That's
like
that
he's
Miami.
literally-
Yeah.
Sounds like he's like like while fucking Riley.
I don't got the growl. So how long have you been in the OnlyFans world for?
I opened my account in 2017, but I didn't really start working until like 2019 with like the
Ooh.
COVID and stuff.
The old
Just because I
COVID
had
boom.
I had like my own website, like readmylips.com. So like I always stayed away from like those very like porn websites because they always like take such big percentages and blah blah blah. And then I found out OnlyFans was actually like fairly
Yeah.
good to the girls, so I transitioned.
Readmylips.com, another great
Thank you.
entendre. Gotta ask, obviously, I'm sure you've answered this 1,000 times. How'd you come up with the name Riley Reid? Because it is a great name.
Thank
It's
you.
a fantastic name.
Thank you
I
so
know.
much. It actually wasn't my first porn name.
Ooh, you want another
So
one?
there was this forum called Adult DVD Talk that's like where the porn people who vote for like AVN and stuff
Mhm.
like that, they're all there. And so I shot maybe like 2 or 3 scenes and there was like Paige Riley. That was my first name, was Paige Riley. They're like, "Oh, Paige Riley, new girl in porn." And then there was like in the forum you can see people are like, "Oh, I'm searching her, but this other girl keeps coming up." So then I was like, "Oh, I have to change my name because there's already a girl named Paige Riley." And I'm so lucky. Thank you, Paige Riley, for existing. Because if it wasn't for you, I would still have that name. And so then I ditched the Paige and I kept the Riley. And then I just was like, maybe I can do some sort of like alliteration. So it's like, because like Jenna Jameson and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So then I was like, it was between like Riley Ray and Riley Reid. And then I
Riley
went with
Reid.
Riley
Riley
Reid.
Reid's-
Riley Reid.
Right.
I don't know if we're
Yeah.
just saying that because it's present day and it's 2024.
No,
and
it's
we've seen the
good.
career, but Riley Reid.
You ate with that one.
Is-
Yeah,
the way to go.
it killed it. Yeah, my girlfriends, Sammy and Allison, that I went to high school with, helped me pick
Mhm.
the name. And
I have a, you know, when people say you could do like the your first dog with the street you grew up on.
yeah.
I have a pretty good one, but it would be for a girl. It wouldn't be for a guy.
Okay.
Mine would be
Lay it
Kiki
on me.
Cambridge.
Oh,
That's a pretty good
That's
porn.
cute.
Why can't you be Kiki Cambridge?
I don't think I could pull off Kiki Cambridge. I don't have the stamina to
With
be
the
Kiki
hair,
Cambridge.
You can do
Ooh,
anything
Oh,
you
yeah, with
want.
my blonde hair. But so you've been doing OnlyFans steady for 5 years now. My favorite question to ask every guest, I gotta ask, was there ever like a subscriber request that you came across and you were like, wow, that's a new one?
No, not for me. Just because like I've already been in the fetish world
Mhm.
for so long. Like I feel like the stuff that I thought was weird, I did so early in my career. Because especially like when you're like a low end performer and you shoot mostly for the fetish websites and fetish companies because maybe the browsers and stuff doesn't necessarily like want you just yet. You haven't like proved they don't want to like invest in you. So I shot for a lot of the fetish websites before I shot mainstream porn.
The idea of that almost makes it seem like the fetish world is like the minor leagues.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, kind of.
Like that,
But
you
I
triple A,
actually
like,
feel like
then
it's not.
browsers calls you up to go to the majors. They're like,
JV to varsity.
Pittsburgh needs an arm. You're going to browsers.
Yeah, my first like fetish scenes were all like very like dominatrix, and I was like such a nice girl and everything like that. And so like when I like show up and it's like you have to kick this guy in the balls or whatever, I was like, what? And I'd kick him and instantly be like, are you okay? And they're like, stop asking if he's okay. Like this man like flew himself. He wasn't even being paid. Like this guy was like in a whole gimp suit, his face covered and everything because he had a real job and he like just came here in his own free time paid his own way for me to kick him in the
Volunteered.
balls.
Oh my
A
god.
porn
And I
volunteer.
wasn't like Riley Reid at the time, so he was just
No.
having some random girl kick him in the balls.
You were Paige
You-
Riley?
Yeah, you were Paige
Yeah, I
Riley
was
Ray.
Paige Riley. Yeah.
Paige Riley's crazy.
She
kicks guys
was
in the balls.
wild.
Damn, if we got a friggin' 2024 rate to kick you someone in the balls, we could go to Fiji on that. That's very interesting. So I've never really thought about like the whole fetish community being like kind of like the minor leagues. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I have an interesting thing for you. I have looked up on your IMDb page
Okay, fun.
your first 3 porn titles. Do you remember what they are by any
Fuck no.
chance? By any chance? Your first ever show was Hot Babes 4K.
Okay.
Then there were Teen Hitchhikers. Do you remember Teen Hitchhikers?
I think I might. I'm not sure. I've done a couple hitchhiking things.
That's classic. You know what I loved in high school? Remember Fake Taxi?
Oh no, I know the Bang Bus.
I
though.
loved Fake Taxi. Like it was a British guy. So in high school, my friends would always make me do his voice. He'd be like, "Hey, love, how about I jump back there and have a play with you?" I always loved Fake Taxi.
Was it Kieran Lee?
No, it was like a random British guy.
Oh.
And then there was College Rules.
I did College Rules.
That sounds awesome.
I remember College Rules. That
what
one
was College Rules? What was
College
the-
Rules
the
was
plot?
fun. It started where the guys were playing ping pong, but instead of paddles, it was their dicks. So they're like hitting their dicks with the
That's
ping
nice.
pong. And then one of the
It's very
girls puts
Forrest
the
Gump.
ping pong in and goes to shoot it out. But she couldn't do it, and it got stuck, and we were all freaking out because this is also like my first porn scene. So I was like, I'm never putting anything ever inside of me like that. And some guy, like a random like sound guy or something, had to like come and swoop his fingers in to get the
You're
ping
lying.
pong
Oh my
ball out of
word.
her vagina.
I thought you were gonna say they called you out of the bullpen to come
Wait,
in. Oh my
so
god!
did you have to put the ping pong ball in
I
there?
would never.
Okay,
I still
okay.
have never. I don't put
No.
ever since that day. I was like, I will never put anything in there that can get lost.
Yeah, I
like
no,
never.
lost.
that kind of
If there's not a string attached to it, it's
No
not
hide and
going
seek.
in
No
me.
hide and seek for you.
that recently
No?
happened to me. I had some earbuds in my ear, and then I pulled them out, and one of them got stuck in my ear.
No.
I had to get Kelly K. I was in Knoxville, Tennessee. Kelly K. an OnlyFans queen.
I know Kelly K.
Great girl.
Yeah.
She had to fucking bring me tweezers and take it out of my ear.
What do you mean? What was it? An AirPod?
It was like the like plastic
like,
part of an
cap of
AirPod. It
it.
got stuck so far in there, I couldn't get it out. She
Shut
literally had to bring
up.
tweezers.
Oh my God, Apple.
Yeah, Kelly saved my life. She brought me tweezers and got it out.
So are you suing or what?
Wait. So how many other people has this happened to, and can we sue Apple?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think the bad part, it may have, no, I think it actually was like Delta's shitty headphones.
Oh,
I
it
was
was
on a flight.
Delta.
I think that's what it was. Because I
They're
was on a flight. It had to be like Delta's headphones. I must have ripped them out. Because I remember I was on the plane actually. And I was like, I don't think I could get this out. And then I went to my hotel and me and Kelly were going to get lunch. And she was just, I was like, this is going to sound weird. You need to bring tweezers because I have a plastic in my ear.
So you're just walking around with it in.
had it in
That's
my ear like that.
terrifying.
I'm dead.
That
I
is
couldn't-
so
I also have,
scary.
I couldn't get it out of my ear.
Like-
Yeah, it was terrifying.
Can you
I
hear
don't
okay
blame you
now?
for being
I
terrified.
actually, I filmed it. It's on my TikTok. I will send you the video after.
Yeah, please do.
The next
Wow.
one, In the VIP. Do you remember In the VIP?
That was my first. So I was actually an extra. So I
Oh.
started off as an extra. I was an extra in my first 5 scenes, and in the VIP was the first one.
If you don't mind me asking, do you how much does an extra on a porn set get paid? Do you remember?
I do remember because actually I was a stripper at the time, and I stopped stripping because I was like, I'm making more money doing an extra as a
Doing extra
porn,
work?
and I'm not getting naked. I made like $250 for the day
That's pretty good.
or for the night. And then if you partaked and did any extra, then you get like $50 more. So if I flashed my tits, I got an extra $50. If I kissed a girl, I got an extra $50 and things like that. And I did it 5 times in the VIP, and each time I would do like a little bit more and a little bit more. And then finally I was like, I want to do one of these. I remember my first scene, there was J Mac and Nikki Delano were the performers.
Mhm.
And I just remember seeing and thinking it was so hot watching them fuck, and yeah, I loved it so
Checking it
much.
out.
Do they
Yeah.
still just pay like flat rate, or do they do it per views now? Like, how do they
Oh, it's still
pay?
flat rate.
really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and the 5th and final one, my personal favorite, one of my favorite porn franchises of all time, Dancing Bear.
Oh, I forgot about
I
Dancing
saw it
Bear.
on your IMDb and I was hyped. I fucking love Dancing Bear. Were you one of the girls? Were you one of the girls?
Yeah,
Did you do it?
yeah. I was one of the girls who sucked the fucking guy's
No
dick.
way. So all those girls are extras?
Most of the girls are extras.
And
yeah.
then like, do you remember the direction they gave you for Dancing Bear? I love Dancing Bear. I'm
Yeah, it
sorry.
was crazy. I remember just like being it, and it's like a room of like women of all ages and
Yeah.
diversities. It's like some older, some younger, some sexy, some not so sexy. It was definitely interesting. And then it was definitely interesting that because then you're like, okay, I'm supposed to suck the dick. And then you're like, well, she wasn't supposed to suck the dick. And now she's sucking the dick. And I'm going to suck the dick after this random lady sucking the dick. So it was a little like, maybe not the most sanitary.
So there is some direction though. Like, they're like,
There
go
is
here,
some
go here.
direction, but because the girls have the opportunity to like get paid more
Yeah.
if they want to do more, so it is like it's kind of also like a free for all.
That kind of
Improv.
hypes
It's
me
like
up.
suck
That
dick
hypes me up.
improv
It makes me
vibes.
feel like more authentic.
Yeah,
Improv dick
it's
sucking.
definitely like porn improv
Yeah.
for sure.
That excites me though. This makes me feel more authentic. Like
Yeah.
Dancing Bear is the best.
Yeah, Dancing Bear is pretty authentic.
Like a lot of
Yeah.
times on the show, a lot of girls will ask me, like, "Oh, like what like porn do you watch?" Like honestly, I don't really watch too much porn,
You just
Really?
like
but I love bachelorette party porn. Dancing Bear.
Oh.
I think it's fucking.
I've never
amazing.
seen it.
It's
yeah,
the
it's like a
best.
guy
It's-
he has like he's like in his like sexy naked body fit.
Okay.
He's like a male. It's
abs.
supposed to be like a male stripper.
Yeah, he's like a
They're at
male stripper. And he
bachelorette
wears
party.
like a head, like a
He's a dancing bear.
yeah,
a
like
big
a
bear.
bear.
And then he comes in and like all like that, and like the
Oh, like-
moms will like blow him. Yeah, it's awesome.
And they like we're all sitting on couches, so they come like lap
Yeah.
dance style.
And then like girls will grab the dick and like suck it. It's awesome.
Yeah, it is pretty fun. Like
Yeah. Dancing Bear is legendary.
yeah, it's pretty crazy.
We should bring back like an OnlyFans. Start it. Think about it.
Dancing girl
True.
bear, like
Yeah.
dancing Hello Kitty. So it's like
daddy.
oh, dancing daddy.
Um,
It's like dad bods.
Yeah. That could work actually.
One random thing I got to ask you about that I also saw on your IMDb. There's a Travis Barker's pre-tour checkup.
Yeah.
And the info was Blink 182 band member Travis Barker goes in for his checkup, and the nurse happens to be adult star Riley Reid. She dances sexually for him. What is that?
Yeah, so for their album cover, oh, what's the name of the album? It has a famous porn star, the one with the nurse.
Oh, legend.
yeah,
Great
she's a
Halloween
porn
costume.
star.
Great I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Great
she-
Halloween costume.
Yeah. So she's a porn star. So it was their 10-year anniversary. They recreated it with me. And then we shot like a little video to promote their like 10-year anniversary. So it was really cool. I felt so flattered and so honored because I was like, that's iconic. And you're recreating it with me. I was like, what? It was pretty cool.
Yeah, it's like you kind of just like got like the movie role of a lifetime, kind of like Paul Mescal getting the lead in Gladiator 2, you know?
Yeah, it was really cool. And Travis was so nice. He was like super cool, super nice.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Speaking of just Travis Barker in general, just like, I'm not going to say like movie stars. Is there ever been, who's like been one person that said they're a fan of you that you've come across that you're like, wow, that stunned me?
I have a couple of fans that I think are pretty cool, that I'm like friends with. But I remember like I got to go. My friend invited me to the set of Ford versus Ferrari, so I got to meet Matt Damon,
Oh,
and it was pretty
yeah,
cool.
like that's hot,
and
as high as it
that's like
gets.
crazy for me because that's like celebrity that like I grew up watching. Like my mom loves Matt Damon, so it was like to me it was like a different type of celebrity because it's not somebody who's like newly famous.
No,
It's like someone who's like been famous my entire childhood. And so like when my friend was like, okay, well, you can come and you can meet him. He's like, just be like super chill. And I was like, oh yeah, you got it. Like I'm super chill. As soon as I see this man, I was like, Matt Damon in his trailer. And I was like, oh, I could not keep my shit together at all. And I was like so embarrassed, but I was like so excited. And he was really, really nice. But like, I don't like, I recently got like a gig to be in a show that has like Glenn Powell. And I was like, oh, like I'm super down. And then I saw that like Owen Wilson is in the show, and I was like,
Wow.
I don't think I can do it.
Yeah.
I can't deliver lines to Owen
Yes.
Wilson,
Wait,
and
that's
look, like I will be
exciting.
looking at him like I am looking at Owen Wilson. I was like, there's no fucking way I can do it.
that is
Like,
such a good point because there's so many, like there's a lot of famous people out there now, like they're not like classic celebrities.
yeah,
if
like
that
you
makes
grew
sense.
up watching
Like Owen
them.
Wilson, if Owen Wilson walked in right now, I would be very
Wait, that's
I would
so
freak out.
exciting.
Like, I
Can you
think for-
talk more about that?
About what?
About the part that you got.
Oh, I mean, I was just like playing myself. Like I was just playing like a porn star, but they ended up
Yeah,
like
that's-
rewriting the script, and they're trying to like rewrite it to like see if they could fit me in like somewhere else.
That's really
Um,
cool.
Yeah, but it was a really cool opportunity. But I also was like, I don't know, like I may have to decline. Like I don't think I could do it.
Okay, now I got to ask you, if you're delivering lines with anybody in history, who would it be? Who would be your top person?
Someone that I think that I could deliver lines with, like, and like actually do
Yeah,
it, and like not be like starstruck.
Oh no, I mean the Star Trek one, like your dream person.
Oh, like my dream person
Yeah.
to deliver lines with. Oh man, I love Christopher Walken. I
You
love
do an impression?
him. Oh man, I have to like listen to him again.
It's like, well,
Yeah, hey, I'm a Christopher Walken. No, I can't do it.
It's very New York. It's very
Can't
New
do it.
York.
I have to listen to him. Like I have to listen and then I'll try.
I know, I gotta have more cowbell. I don't do a good one either.
Yeah.
I don't do a good one
But
either.
he's someone that I would like be. I would love to be in like a movie with that man. Or I love Sam Rockwell. I think he's also really
Great.
cool.
Charlie's Angels.
Yeah, he
Good
was
flick.
sexy in Charlie's
I
Angels. I
love
like him in
Charlie's
Seven Psychopaths. He was like, I love that movie.
I don't mind talking about this. What's your TV taste? What do you like?
I like horror.
American Horror Story, stuff like that.
Like American Horror Stories. It's okay.
She likes it.
I get scared
She
very
likes
easily.
it.
If you
Yeah,
couldn't
I'm
tell.
watching like the Monsters right now. That's the Mendez brothers. So it's like the murders. I also just watched the Blink Twice with Channing Tatum.
Ooh,
That movie's so good.
Anything with Channing Tatum's gonna
I
be
read
good.
about it.
You have
So
to. It's
horrors-
like a suspense psychological thriller, and I was trembling the
Yeah.
whole time.
crazy plot. I read
Yeah,
about it.
it's really good.
Horror movies scare me, so I just read the plots of them.
Oh no, you should watch it. It's like not. It's not
They scare
scary.
me. They scare me. I don't like to be on edge.
It's not like boom.
See?
He's already on edge.
See,
He's
I
already-
can't do jump scares. I can't do it. I don't do jump scares or gore.
Oh, I
Like
like
literally
it.
horror movies. I love.
I'm not into gore, but I like suspense
like
thrillers.
you ever see Rosemary's Baby?
Yeah,
Great movie.
yeah. Very
I've read about
suspenseful.
it many times, but it's from 1968, so I could watch it because I know it's not gonna be too scary.
Yeah.
But like, if a new horror movie comes out, I'll literally read about it online, and then I'm like, wow, that's a cool plot, but I'm too scared to watch.
You're like cool.
But whatever.
So you watch like comedy?
Yeah, comedy. I got a whole list of my favorite movies. You want to see it?
Sure.
I love my favorite movies.
Why do I
list.
feel like there's romance in there for sure?
There's definitely some romance in there. I
For
love romance.
sure.
Who doesn't love love?
I feel like there's gonna be some like Mark Wahlberg movies in there.
It's only the
It's like
Oh,
the
but
Titanic,
fifth one, Mark Wahlberg.
The Notebook.
Goodfellas, Forrest Gump, Superbad,
Have you
Django
seen,
Unchained, The Departed.
Oh, what about that movie that's like the old movie, something in Rewind with Jack
Be
Black?
Kind Rewind?
Yeah, Be Kind Rewind.
I saw that back in
movie's
the day.
Good.
I got that. I remember renting that at Blockbuster, and it's about a movie store.
Yeah, that's a good one.
But yeah, what is this I was reading today about Riley Reid about AI?
Oh yeah, I have a Clona AI.
What?
Yeah, I have like a clone. So it's like we have like an AI version of me that's like trained to be like me and stuff like that, so that you could like communicate with the AI and stuff. So
Is it like a visual thing or it's a?
yeah, we have like photo generation, and we're working on like video generation and stuff as well.
Where? On what?
It's called Clona.com.
So if I
So I'm
want
like a co-founder, co-owner of the.
so if I
Oh,
was
cool.
Riley Reid fan and I was like, hey Riley, can you flash me? The AI would flash you if the video works out properly.
If you pay the AI for it, she will.
That is
How would she respond? Like, what would she say? Like,
Hell
hell
yeah.
yeah. Like, what would her response be?
I mean, I think it always depends.
that is dangerous, fellas. if everyone's gonna start doing that, that's dangerous.
That is.
It is, but I still feel like there's like I feel like AI is gonna really pop off in like the next 5 to 10 years. I don't think that the market for it is as high yet. Like I think it's gonna be like I think people still need some more like time, and as well as like people love human connection, and OnlyFans is just like so popular right now. So I feel like it's gonna be really hard to be able to compete with the OnlyFans.
I'm stunned.
You what?
I'm stunned. That's gonna be dangerous for the fellas.
I know.
My producer is off to the right, just shaking his head. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Still,
Yeah, and we have a couple girls. We have like Lena the Plug, Dan Dangler, Dainty Wilder. So we have like
like the Avengers. Yeah.
yeah. I'm really excited actually to bring males into it, because I think that like there's a larger audience for women who seek out erotica. So I feel like once we start getting like the Johnny Sins, I
Mhm.
feel like that's gonna be like changing the game for women to have a place to like get their erotica and like that type of stuff. I feel like it's gonna be a little bit more women user friendly.
I would love to ask you about your stripping career
Yeah.
pre adult industry. What year did you start that? Like what age were you? 18 in Miami?
Yeah, I started at 18. Yeah, so I like actually like totaled my car, so I needed some money because my college that I went to was like in Miami, and I was like living in Fort Lauderdale, and I did not want to do like public transportation.
It's fair.
So I did a couple of like stripper gigs, and I started off like doing like a competition where you like win a big prize, but I lost because it goes based off of applause. So another girl like brought a bunch of her friends. And so I stripped for a little while. And then like after I quit, I started doing porn. Then I started stripping again as like feature dancing. So I'd go to like different clubs around the nation and I would get paid to kind of just like be hosting there and then like put on my performances. But I always had a lot of fun and I would choose like weird songs like the Gorillas and stuff
Ooh.
like that. like one of my songs was like Gorillas Rhinestone Eyes.
Yes.
Like it's just fucking weird music and people would be like, what the fuck?
What do you think immediately off the top of your head? Do you have one like a classic stripper song that you're giving one more lap dance?
I mean, obviously, she's my cherry pie.
Good choice. I was gonna say "Crazy Bitch" by Buck Cherry, but that's very similar.
Oh yeah,
very similar. That's a great call.
That's the iconic.
I picture
we're
like
here,
a bucket of
yeah,
pouring down on you in slow motion. There's a car wash.
Everyone's throwing only $100 bills.
Yeah. You remember how much you made in like your biggest night in a strip club?
Maybe like 10K type of thing. Not really like that much, honestly.
This is like a Lauderdale strip club?
No, I would like fly around to like
cool.
Philadelphia and stuff like
yeah,
that.
they
San
have
Francisco.
some deja vu, I believe.
Yeah, I did some of those. I did like the New York ones, but
do you have any crazy stories from when you were stripping, where even with your OnlyFans stuff, where it's like a scenario with like one of your fans or something, where it's like first thing where it's like what the fuck?
So I had a stripping gig. I went to like I think Philadelphia type thing. I took myself to like a Michelin star restaurant before my dancing.
I like your style.
Period. Well deserved.
Spoil myself. And so I took myself to dinner by myself, and then like the table kind of like diagonal. There was like 3 guys, and they were like trying to talk to me. I was like, whatever, I don't want to talk to you. And then finally, I was like closing out, and I was like, okay, fine, I'll like say hello. And they like apparently like worked at the radio station. I don't think that they did. He said he worked at the radio station, and I was like, oh, like, hi, I'm Ashley. Nice to meet you, blah, blah, blah. And this was like when I didn't tell the internet of my real name. So like before I was just Riley Reid. They didn't know that my name was Ashley. And so this guy, I was like, oh, I have a stripper show. Like, you guys should come to like the stripping show, blah, blah, blah. And so the guy shows up, and obviously tell him I'm like Riley Reid, blah, 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 and everything. He shows up to the thing and he just starts screaming and Ashley. And he also lied and told the people at the club that he was my boyfriend. So they were like, the guy, and he was actually like a really cute security guy. And he was like, your boyfriend's here. And I remember being like, my boyfriend, and also kind of being upset because I was like, I was hitting on the security guard. And now somebody's trying to ruin it for me. And I'm like, I don't have a boyfriend. Like, what the fuck? And then I go and I see, and it's the guy from the dinner. And then like I put on my show, and he starts screaming, Ashley. And I was like, I'm gonna kick you out unless you start throwing $100 bills right now. And just started throwing hundreds, and I was like, fine, you can stay, but don't call me Ashley.
That's what they call extortion. You're in the mafia now.
Don't fuck with me.
Fair. Speaking of, so I do have a question to ask you. I was looking up Riley Reid on the news feature of Google. I'm scrolling through some stuff, and there was rumors that you were dating Rudy Gobert.
Who's that?
He's an NBA player.
Oh.
There was like 10 articles that you and Rudy Gobert were dating. There was a lot.
Wow.
Congrats.
Rudy Gobert were dating.
Really happy for you guys.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's confirmed no.
I don't even know who he is.
That's a tough day for Rudy Gobert.
I did, when I was pregnant, I didn't tell the world that I was pregnant. And the world kind of found out I was pregnant because I went to a Lakers game.
I saw that too in the news too.
And a guy like fell on me, and the camera was like, it was like, oh, is she pregnant? Da da da. And they don't mention it being Riley Reid, but then it's all over Twitter, and it's like, Riley Reid's pregnant when NBA player falls on her. And then like all of the memes were like the Family Guy episode where the baseball player lands on Lois, and then she's pregnant. And I was like, oh my God, this meme is like too perfect for this situation. It's so bad.
It's bad luck for you getting jumped on.
But it's not, I don't even think it's the same player.
No. He's actually, Rudy Gobert is actually the guy, I don't know if you remember this. Remember at the very start of COVID when an NBA player like touched all the microphones?
No, I'm not into sports.
Yeah, that was like a whole thing with COVID. Like, as like a joke, this guy was doing a press conference right before like the whole world shut down. And he's like, oh, this is a joke, and then like touched all the mics.
Oh, so they're saying like he caused COVID,
Not caused,
but like
kinda,
that's the joke.
Yeah. And then like literally 3 days later, the world shut down.
Oh,
Classic.
that's funny.
Something else I read was you were doing some free nudes for an Australian wildfire. That's nice.
Mm-hmm.
How'd that go?
That went good. That was so much work for free, but like
It
it was
went to
good
a good cause.
donations. It went to good cause, but it was
Hey.
a lot of work.
When I think of Riley Reid, I think of philanthropist.
Oh,
Yes.
thank you.
How do you remember how many nudes you had to send out, like in the
I don't
ballpark?
remember, but we definitely donated like thousands of dollars for sure. A
Wow.
lot of people were
Amazing.
like into it. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, it was cool. And I got to go to Australia and I saw the fires and it was like pretty crazy. So it was like
No way.
that was like why I did it, because I had like just come back from Australia and I was like damn, the news is true. Like it's fucking crazy over there.
So you just went to Australia to check out those fires?
No, I was like visiting a friend. Like I've got some Australian friends and
Yeah.
I was like hanging out with this like billionaire fucking guy who his dad like does the cow, like champion cows and sells
Wagyu, Australian
like all
A5
that kind
Wagyu.
of he does like all that kind of
Oh,
shit.
cool.
So he's like some fucking billionaire or whatever.
Oh, did he fly out there?
I flew myself out there. I don't
Oh,
take people's
period.
money.
Well, you were gonna say that you were just like, oh, I was hanging out with him.
No,
Like,
I was
oh,
hanging
didn't know
out with
she
him,
was
but
hanging
I
out with him.
would never. I don't let men buy me stuff because I don't ever want them to have some sort of like.
Power over you.
Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
fuck you. I'm gonna buy you a ticket so I can fucking boss you around.
I like her. I do like her.
Good attitude.
Yeah.
Wait. So speaking of random stuff like that, I know you just said you were hitting on that security guard. So you are married.
Oh yeah. Now I'm married. Yeah.
So
I'm not still hitting on security
no,
guards.
no. So you're
Sorry,
married
guys.
now. The nudes for Australian wildfires. Have you ever done it for any other like philanthropic nude
Yeah.
things?
So I'll do like the one tree planted type of thing.
That's
So
nice.
Earth Day, I do charities for Earth Day as well. I've been wanting to do like some other charities, but I feel like it's like really hard to find like reputable charities. So it's like
It
I want to
is.
do one for like the veterans and stuff, but it's just like I don't know what are like reliable sources. And like even at one point I was trying to do some, I don't want to get too deep, but I was trying to do some ones for like helping people really in need, but like it was just really hard to find. Like even when I was like tracking some of their like tax reports, I was like, where does all your money go? And I was like, I am having a hard time understanding some of this.
Yeah.
But it was like I wanted to find like a reputable charity, but I honestly like I'll donate some of my money to Seth Rogen has the Hilarity for Charity and he does Alzheimer.
Oh, yeah.
His is an Alzheimer charity, so that's where I'll donate a lot of like my money to is for the Alzheimer's prevention and
Philanthropist.
stuff.
Aw,
it.
she's a
Yeah.
sweet girl.
Yeah,
because
because I actually did a DNA test and it says that I am like 30% likely to not have Alzheimer's.
Oh wow.
So I am like, I want to remember all the dicks that I've sucked. Like, so they better fucking figure out a cure before I get too old to suck dick anymore.
So actually, speaking on that, do you think if I asked you for every single one, you remember every one?
No.
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 There'd be no
I've
way.
definitely like
it's
people,
kicking in. Fuck.
people have definitely come up to me and I fucked them and I don't remember fucking
No
them.
way.
Yeah.
They'll
it's
just be like,
pretty
oh, like,
bad.
remember that time? You're just like, I have
Yeah,
no idea.
girls and guys, and I feel
Like
so
for
bad
work or just,
for work.
oh wow,
Yeah. Which is even worse, I think. 'Cause,
Yeah.
like I'm like, damn. Like,
wow,
yeah, I know. I'm sorry.
that must be a sad look on their face.
It is, and it's a really embarrassing look on mine.
And now they got the guy on the no show list. He's got to growl his way out of there. That poor guy.
The growler is crazy.
So what do you think is next for Riley Reid?
I want to try and get into comedy. I think
could see it.
that's my exit is like doing maybe stand-up comedy because also like now I have a daughter. I don't want to be doing porn. I also don't want to keep shooting porn and people be like, oh, Riley should have retired 5 years ago. Like I want to retire and them still like wanting more. So, and you know, also having like a daughter. So I was like, and I want to do something that kind of like shows that like porn stars can be regular people too. And like, it doesn't like mean that I lack success opportunity. So I want
Love
to try
that.
and like get into like stand-up comedy.
I think you could. I mean, in the
Yeah.
45 minutes we've been talking, very energetic.
Thank you.
Very
I
funny.
think I'm fun.
I agree. I think you should definitely try it.
Yeah.
I could
I
see.
am. I'm,
could
like,
see you doing,
interning with
improv,
the-
kind of. too.
Yeah. I'm like interning right now with like Trevor Wallace.
Mhm.
And I want him to like
Nice.
teach me. Because I don't know if I can do it. Like, obviously, like, I don't want to be like, I can be the next comedian because maybe I'll
Yeah.
fucking
What,
suck.
are you gonna be
Maybe
the
I,
next Richard Pryor. Who knows?
Yeah.
It could happen.
I don't know, maybe. But also, like, this is just a camera and 3 people. It's not like a stage audience of people. where I'm waiting for chuckles.
Ooh, do you
But-
think you'd be nervous about the audience?
I think so, yeah.
What is off the top of your head? Has there ever been like a set you've been on there's been so many people there and you've been like, wow, there's a lot.
I
of people here?
had to, not that I had to, but I hosted the AVN Awards. So I was like on the stage
Mhm.
hosting it for everybody in the
Yeah, that was
auditorium.
scary.
It was a lot. But I will say I was a natural and it was pretty fun.
I had to do
So-
a best man speech recently, and I was
Shaking
dead.
in your boots.
When I
That was
accepted
bad.
my porn award, I said, my stepdad married his stepsister and I do porn now. Thank you.
See, good,
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah, thank you.
Any final questions?
Yeah. Wait, so tell me more about you.
So I do OnlyFans, influencer, and then I kind of moved to LA, and there's not much. It's hard to make it as an influencer.
Yeah.
So I kind of got into OnlyFans, and I've been in it for like 3 years now, 4 years almost. And yeah, pretty much that's how we know each other. And yeah,
You
Yeah,
like
I've
it?
had
You
her on
like
my
doing the
show.
OnlyFans thing? How do you
I
feel about
do,
it?
and this is actually something I want to ask you about. I like it. It's just a little. How has it been with you, like with like just meeting people, like trustworthy people, like in your life that you can open up to, friendships, even like relationship wise? Obviously, congratulations, you're married now, but how has that been for you? Because that's been something that has been very difficult.
It is extremely difficult.
Very difficult.
Yeah, that's like one of my biggest things with like when I find out girls who have like agencies who like take large percentages of their income and stuff. It always like kills me because I'm like, I understand being a fellow creator and being in the adult industry is like your family life is hard.
Mhm.
Dating life is hard. You
Mhm.
know, the way that you view yourself changes because the way that you're getting feedback online is now different. You're getting all this like negative feedback or positive feedback. And it's like, it is so detrimental to people that I don't think that a lot of people realize that it's like can be really, really hard. And so like, that's why I'm always like, if you're doing it, then you have to be able to like make the most of your money possible because you have to struggle with a lot of things and like random things, even like bank accounts will still like shut you down for being like an OnlyFans girl and stuff. Like my friend Lena the Plug, like her was it Wells Fargo, just like closed her accounts and stuff like that.
Really?
And she makes millions of dollars. And
Seriously?
it's like, yeah, they don't
Wow.
work with like porn stars and stuff. So it's like,
What?
yeah. Yeah. They
Wells
find out-
Fargo doesn't work with
Oh, and Chase Bank, a lot of them. Yeah.
Chase loves me.
Yeah. Bank of America apparently also doesn't, but I'm with Bank of America. Please don't shut my account down.
They shut your account.
No. They shot like Lena the Plug. I'm sure you know
Should
who
be
she
here
is.
tomorrow,
Fargo.
Yeah.
But they don't let.
Yeah,
they don't let people do
yeah.
that?
It's like a big thing where
That sounds kind of illegal.
yeah, it's kind of crazy. They treat us like we're felons.
That's
Yeah.
wild.
So how has that been in regards to like if you're comfortable sharing like in your personal life, like finding girlfriends, finding your
Yeah,
husband? How has
it's
the dating
hard.
been?
It's hard. So I actually like so for me I think it's a little bit different cuz I come from like hardcore porn. So
Right.
like for me like the sacrifice that it took for me was to quit doing boy girl porn. So like
Okay.
before I met my partner, I stopped doing boy girl porn cuz I was like I'm not going to quit for a specific person. I'm going
Right.
to quit for the person so that they can fall into my life because every
Right.
time I dated it was always so messy when I was like doing
Mm.
boy girl porn. So it's like I don't know if like you do boy girl. I'm kind of imagining you don't. So it's like yeah, so it's like it's hard to think of. It's
What
like
told you?
what do you sacrifice? Like
Yeah.
you know, it's like what at what point are you just giving so much of yourself away that it's not worth it anymore? And like I feel like dating in LA is just so hard. And like so many of my girlfriends tell me now, like one of my girlfriends was like dating this guy and she really liked him, but then he got like super clingy and needy to the point of where he just started like offering to like be like her sugar daddy because he wanted to be with her. And it's like now I feel like
Yeah.
in LA, it's like so many of the guys, if they have money and whatnot, like that's what they like result to like
Yep.
they steer right towards that without giving the girl even an opportunity of like actually dating and stuff. So I just feel like LA is like super hard. My husband's not from LA. He's foreign. He's from Latvia.
Oh,
So
wow.
you need to meet a nice Latvian man
Aw, okay.
and
I'll be looking hard for
marry
those.
someone who's not a U.S. citizen because people love America.
Four Loco loves America. And that was our
Oh,
time to
okay.
talk about relationships.
He hates it. Okay,
What?
just curious. Just helping the
No,
girl
it's-
out.
Yeah,
time.
no, it's hard. And making friends is also hard as well.
Yeah,
like,
she told me she has no friends today.
you don't have friends? I'll be your friend. We can
Really?
be friends.
Wow.
said she only
Yeah,
has
I'm
2
a nice
girlfriends.
girl.
I really
I
have,
honestly
like-
don't have many girlfriends
Yeah.
either. It's really hard. It's hard in LA.
It's so hard.
Yeah. And now that I'm like married with a baby, it's like my friend life has changed as well because like my
Yeah.
dynamics and the way that I like live my life is just so different now.
Yeah.
But I'll be your friend. We can
Oh,
be friends.
This is so nice.
Yeah,
I
I'm
love
your
connecting
friend.
people. Any closing statements from you, Julia?
Okay. I've never kissed a girl before. Will you be my first kiss?
Yes. Can I kiss you?
You can.
Oh my god. Like right here, right now?
Yeah.
Okay, you gotta
Yeah,
move. Get off the
Wait.
couch.
There you go.
Not here.
Oh, all right. That's okay.
I'm not gonna lean over
No,
you
I
and
was
kiss
talking-
her.
Wait, this is so good.
Yeah.
This is a great story for one day.
Yeah.
My
You guys have a
grandkids.
good time.
My first girl kiss was Riley Reid.
Okay, I'll go slow.
This is exciting.
I'm so nervous. Okay.
I was just gonna kiss it off your